He's just an insanely talented individual. And we just need him to stay healthy for a while because I think he's on a path to going to Canton. Do you think?
Myles Garrett?
Absolutely.
I like that.
He's a game wrecker. He is a
at.
game wrecker of the A++ variety. Just ask a Bengal fan. Just ask Joe Burrow. Holy cow. And he is that good. He is better than that good. And thanks for the call, Shane. And
Myles Garrett is 5 straight years, double-digit sacks.
No question.
He's already, had one yesterday, 75.5.
No doubt.
And we're talking about, just starting year 7.
No doubt. And he clearly, by that basketball move, proves that in his mind, some of this is child's play. And for some reason, Jamar Chase would call him an elf? Like it's an elf? He's an elf. I mean, that's a hell of an elf. He makes a hell of a cookie.
That's the biggest elf I've ever seen.
Oh, my God. It's like, if he's an elf, he's an elf like Will Ferrell.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Grown-ass man.
Sitting on Bob Newhart's lap.
Yeah. But Joe Burrow is Bob Newhart. And so I guess Mr. Garrett would be the James Caan of all that. I don't know. But that's a hell of an elf. Here's Jamar Chase after the game because we know there's Brownie the elf that
Sure.
That's a mascot from the 50s.
Way back
in the day. And the Browns fans love it. The rest of the NFL world is like, okay, if you love it, that sounds good, but it's an elf. And it's heresy to make fun of Brownie the elf. Heresy.
Jay Felly has an elf tattoo.
That's true, right?
So, that's his own doing.
Well, it's an Eisen the elf.
Oh, maybe that's what Jamar Chase was referring to, but this was Jamar after getting pounded by the Browns defense yesterday.
It's frustrating because I called elves and we just lost to some elves, so I'm pissed on my part. I'm pissed on that, and like I said, man, we got missed opportunities. We didn't capitalize on that, and we lost. So that's how we lost.
They lost to some elves. Week 18 is the rematch of Elves versus Bengals.
It was week 1 and then all the way to week 18.
Yeah.
Wild.
Lots of football between now and then.
That could be 4 something, you never know.
Who knows? But Brownie looks pretty damn mean, and he looked pretty mean yesterday. If they can just basically get what they got on the ground, and Deshaun Watson ran one in.
He didn't look that great throwing the ball.
No,
but
guys, it doesn't matter if the defense is balling out and if they can play ground control and they can play defense, they're going to win more than not in the NFL this year. That is a great way to win. Is it a way to win championships in this day and age? When you got other teams having 466 yards passing and 215 yards receiving just from one combination? That's not the way you win it all in the league this year. But if you can start putting points on the board significantly, maybe. Or can your defense go and hold that offense like the Dolphins, like you just did Burrow? Because Burrow is Burrow. And the receivers they just held down, Michael Irvin on game day morning yesterday confirmed in his mind Higgins, Chase, and Boyd are the best troika at the receiver position in the NFL, and they just held that team to 3. And Mixon was doing good stuff, by the way. So maybe, just maybe. Next up for Cleveland, you want to talk about really mattering in week 2? The Monday night finale at Pittsburgh.
Oh, wow. Pittsburgh.
Home for Tennessee, home for Baltimore, then a bye. But when San Francisco comes into your house, and if the San Francisco team that comes into your house is the one that came into Pittsburgh's house, you need to do a little bit more than what you saw yesterday, I think. But for the moment, the Elves stood pretty damn tall. And you got to give them credit for that because they're 1-0. And so are the Ravens, and the rest of that division is not. Play them as you see them. And, man, they did it again. How do you call Myles Garrett an elf?
I don't think he specifically
I think
called.
he was
Yeah,
meaning the D-backs were elves. I think that's what.
I don't think he was like, "Excuse me,
referring to.
Mr. Garrett,
Yeah,
you're
no.
an elf." You know
He
what I
was-
mean?
he was
Like,
definitely
This just
about the
reminds me
D-backs.
again of that
looking
Marshall
way
Falk
up
story
you know.
that he was going against the Arizona Cardinals, who had Mean Joe Green as a coach at the time, and Arizona
I do like this
was
story.
yapping at the Rams, and he clapped back by yapping back after a big, huge gain on the Cardinals, and just went right down the sideline, and he realized in the middle of his losing it that Mean Joe Green was on a receiving end of a little bit of his clap back, and he went back and said, "Not you, Mr. Green."
My bad.
So maybe Jamar Chase can go, "You're all elves, but not you, Mr. Garrett."
Sorry, not you, Miles.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.